And it's very interesting for me because you were born in UK, which is obviously not United States, but the same language and a lot of common in the culture, even it's a different cultures. And you spent years in United Arab Emirates, in between expats, I believe. Yes, communicating with locals as well. And with all this, I mean, you didn't learn different language, but even using
No.
kind of the same language, it was not easy transition for you from country to country. And how you would explain it?
Well, the differences between the transitions, I'll talk about the UAE first. So this is
Yeah.
a massive culture of expatriates. A lot of people don't realize that 80% of the population in the UAE, I haven't checked the figures for a while, but that's about it, are expatriates. So there's a huge community of people. I learned some wonderful lessons where people would just step in and help you because they'd also been an expatriate before. And the thing that you have to remember is when you're an expat or a foreigner in a new country, you don't have that stable support system that you left, your friends and people that you've known for many years, your family, like everything is familiar. And it was really wonderful when I first moved in 2008. People just came out of the woodwork to help, to offer you guidance, to tell you how to do things for kind of no reason. You're like, why are these people so warmly inviting me into their experience? And I think as you spend time there for a bit longer and you also are learning and mastering your new environment, you start to do that for new people as well. So you kind of pay it forward. I think this was my biggest lesson from living in the UAE, pay it forward. You have an opportunity to ease people's transitions. And in fact, I was a realtor for 10 years, and that was also a very stressful situation for people moving house often in a new country or they're fairly new to the country. That's a big life change, a big transition. So then moving to the US, to America, you think, well, I've kind of done this before. I've got this. It's not going to be so difficult. But of course, it's not as much of an expatriate culture. People do relocate a lot. This is something I've come to learn. Lots of American citizens move around within the country and will live between different states. They maybe go to university or college one place and they go and settle down in another place. So that common experience of relocation is a common one. But because you don't have to learn a new language, you imagine that you understand the culture. And it's so differently rooted. You know, the values and the ethos of life in America is not the same as the European persuasion. So you can make a lot of assumptions that are dead wrong about how it is to live here. It's very important to keep an open mind and just ask people questions and be curious and not make the assumption that you understand what makes people tick here. So many words are wrong as well. I have to run everything through the English to American filter to make myself understood now, which I wasn't really expecting.